Morning, Tyler Osby here. Hope you're off to a great start this week. Today I wanted to talk with you about a dirty little trick that mortgage lenders are up to now during the mortgage process. And it's something that could cost you your loan approval. So pay really close attention because this message could save you a lot of heartache and also maybe people that you know that you may work with or family members. As you know, when you're purchasing a house, there's a lot of things that you've got to do in the process. You got to fill the place with furniture. You got to get your cable turned on. You got to get your internet going. All of these things. But one thing that mortgage lenders fear most is you going out and obtaining a bunch of new debt during the process. For example, buying that furniture or buying a new vehicle or really fill your imagination with anything. But ultimately, anything that costs you more money on a monthly basis scares the heck out of us. And the reason why is because if you're marginally qualified today and you go out and buy something new, you could potentially not qualify in the future. So there's a new way that lenders are trying to circumvent this issue. And that way is by pulling a really quick credit report at the end of the loan process before you close. Now, some people are being a little bit more forward about this than others, but ultimately what it means is just don't go out and buy stuff. Ultimately, if you need new furniture, you need that kind of thing, wait until you've made your first payment on the house and then worry about getting those things. But for the time being, make sure that you keep everything the exact same as when you initially get qualified because honestly, it could make the difference between you qualifying and you not qualifying, which ultimately means the difference of you buying a house or not being able to buy a house. And that's a very big deal, and I assume that probably will hit you square in between the eyes. So if you know somebody who's in the purchase process or know somebody who's going to be, make sure you share this message with them today because it could save them a lot of heartache and a lot of money because they won't get their earnest money deposit back, that's for sure. So also, I hope you had an excellent holiday. As you'll notice, this week's weekly update, the written form is a little light. As you may imagine, I enjoy spending time with my family just like anybody does over the holidays, and there's just a little bit less to digest in terms of text there in this week's update. So if you always, or if you ever need anything, as always, feel free to reach out to me. All my information's up here in the header. And, I'll be back with you next week with the full weekly update that you've grown to love. And also, it's really worth mentioning some of the best topics that I've covered here this whole year have been answers to questions that have come through email from someone just like you sitting at the office or at home listening to this. So if you have any questions, financial or otherwise, it's probably something that not only are you wondering, but there's other people too. So feel free to send me a quick note through email. Again, all my information's up in the corner, and we can kind of go from there and entertain everybody at the same process. So I'll talk with you again next week. Thanks again for tuning in, and hope you're having a good one.